Hey everyone, this is an episode of Sessions with Allie where I review books, movies, and more. Today I'm going to talk about Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, the movie. As a very big Harry Potter fan myself, imagine how hard it was to watch Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. If you read Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, then maybe you share the same anger I have, in which the movie practically finished in the middle of the book. I mean, I was so excited for that film, and what do I get? I get a shaky film and crappy wolves. One of the many things that really bothered me was the fact that Lupin, as a wolf, was scrawny, I mean, you can count his bones. When Professor Lupin became the wolf in the book because of the full moon, I could have sworn he was going to be big and scary and fearsome because Harry and Hermione were running from him. I think Sirius, who was a dog, was more scary than Lupin, who was a werewolf. What is that? And don't even get me started on the music. Music makes a really big difference in a film, and it wasn't utilized. The only time I heard music was when Harry got on the hippogriff and he started running around the castle and crap and having his little Titanic moment where he let his arms out going, woohoo, whatever, woo, I'm a free, whatever, God knows what. That was the only time that I heard music. And that's a shame. Supposedly John Williams did the music, but I didn't hear any music. John Williams did E.T., he did Indiana Jones, he did The Pink Panther, he did Jaws. Oh, he did a little thing called Star Wars, okay? Hey, Mr. Director, if you have a composer like John Williams, here's a word of advice. Use him! I mean, not to compare, but the first and second movie were done by Chris Columbus, who also directed Home Alone 4 and Stepmom. And he had John Williams, because he's worked with John Williams before, and he knew how to use him. He made sure that every single little moment in Harry Potter was with music and with magic, and that's really what made the magic in the films. And I understand that the third one is when things start getting dark, and, it's really hard with the time traveling and Harry and Hermione going all over the places, but honestly, if you're gonna do a Harry Potter movie, please do it right. For those of you who haven't read the book and only seen the movie, here's a couple things you missed. 1. Hermione still thought that firebolt was from Sirius, and at the time he was still a murderer, so she told McGonagall, and McGonagall took the firebolt from Harry. And Harry couldn't use that thing until she stripped it down, checked for hexes, checked for anything that could be hazardous to Harry. Dose. Ron actually called Harry when Harry was still in the Dursley household. And who picked up the phone? Uncle Vernon. 3. Cho Chang. Cho Chang was actually supposed to show up in the third movie. 4. This may have been minor, but Hermione didn't punch Malfoy. She slapped him. And it wasn't outside, it was in a corridor. 5. In the book, Peeves was actually supposed to inform everyone that Sirius Black attacked the fat lady. However, in the movie, she tells him himself. Oh, did I forget to mention? Peeves, the poltergeist. He's actually in the books. He's not in any of the movies. It's actually a shame because Peeves adds comic relief. Not only that, but Peeves doesn't discriminate. He hates on everyone equally, or rather, he prefers to trick everyone equally. The only people Peeves respects and listens to is Fred and George, and I think that was a really big deal because it really shows the power Fred and George have when it comes to fooling and pranking. And 6, just to wrap things up with the differences, Crookshanks played a very important role other than just being Hermione's pet. Scabbers kept running from Crookshanks because Crookshanks knew that Scabbers was actually Peter Pettigrew. So yeah, I have a really big issue with Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, the movie. It was one of my favorite books and they completely ruined it. I don't know, if I were J.K. Rowling, I would have stepped in and told them they changed too much. Or maybe that's just my opinion. Maybe I'm the only one that thinks this. Maybe other people like the movie a lot. But I know it's out of her power to really change things, but it is her story after all. It is her book. They are her characters in her fantasy world. Um, I think she could have maybe decided on a few things that really seem bothersome. So yeah,